So guys, today we are going to be talking about some of the most popular perfume notes out there, basically my favorites, and I'll be recommending you #1 perfume from thousands that I have in my collection that highlights it in the best way. So keep on watching for more details. All the help information is, as always, down below in the description box, so make sure to check it out and let me know in the comment section what's your most favorite perfume note. In case you don't see it in today's video, don't worry, because I'll probably mention it in the part 2, so stay tuned for it. Just give this one a huge thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Definitely activate the bell so you'll be notified once it is live. And without any further ado, let's get started. So hello and welcome everyone to today's massive top list of best perfume notes out there. These are some of the most popular and my personal favorites, so let me know what's yours. And the idea is to recommend you a fragrance that is centered around a certain note if I got asked what's the best one that is based on it. All of these are unisex, gorgeous fragrances from my collection that I could recommend as blind buys, and I want to get started with the one that inspired me to film this video, because once I discovered Rose Charcoal from Experimental Perfume Club, I fell in love with Queen of All Flowers all over again. And I'm quite sure that everyone is familiar with rosy perfumes. Let me know if they work for you, because I know some people shy away from them. However, this is so special because although it has the rosy feeling, it is so much more than that, being a beautiful, tart, juicy, fruity fragrance. It also has a romantic side, but very sexy dry down, and even on the second date smells amazing on closing. I love the sillage, the performance. This is basically my favorite rose perfume at the moment that smells really modern, and all of fragrances from EPC are contemporary. You can layer them together. I've just created like a full collection overview of their entire range, and this is my favorite that I would recommend you guys to check out. By the way, I have a discount for you. In case you're interested in these fragrances, make sure to check it out. Down below you'll find more health information, but we are moving on to the second note, and I'm going through these in no particular order. I thought about Neroli being like a beautiful and light citrus note that is having those floral and also citrusy aspects, and fragrance that is Portfolio Neroli Canvas from Haramain is the one that I think is unbeatable when it comes to those beautiful citrusy neroli nuances in fragrances. It has a bit of a grassy opening because of the patty grains, slightly bitter edge of bergamot and lemon, but then you'll get like a blossoming garden somewhere in the Mediterranean, orange blossom neroli that is long lasting because it has a really nice sheer but beautiful long lasting base of woods and musk. The focus is on the neroli if you want it clean, if you want it pure, but with all aspects about this beautiful and, in my opinion, summery, very fresh floral note. I would recommend you this one. It is so gorgeous, really complex, and gives you summer, maybe even vacation vibes. So with that being said, now let's talk about something really optimistic, delicious, and absolutely mouth-watering. This is a perfume that is about the note of peach, and it is one of my biggest favorites when it comes to fruity notes. Let me know how about you. And I chose Peach's Revenge from Sarah Baker, one of her newer releases created by Chris Maurice. This smells like peach yogurt. This smells like peach candies. It is a fruity bomb. We have guava note and nectarine that accentuates peach, so it is not too overripe, but at the same time it has this beautiful freshness. There is also a beautiful warm spicy side to it, and delicious sweetness that is tangy and yeah, a little bit thicker too. So this is a strong perfume that is not just about the peach, with great texture, but I really smell that note in here, and it is super fun. It is bold. It is definitely for a special occasion when you want to turn heads. And next fragrance is Almond Harmony for the note of almond from the House of Oud. Stunning presentation, gorgeous, classy fragrance, definitely powdery and almondish, slightly on the metallic cool side. I really love it because it is kind of like talcum powder, but with that beautiful almond side. It smells gorgeous, really expensive, elegant, and you can get fragrances from this brand at So Avant-Garde with my discount. Links are going to be below, but it is one of my top choices when it comes to the note of almond, which is actually one of my biggest biggest favorites, and I've already created like best of episodes dedicated to the majority of these notes. So in case you want something a bit more extravagant, just comment down below and maybe I will film part 3. But for now, let's talk about tuberose, one of the boldest and probably most challenging floral notes in perfumery that I'm a big fan of. Once I got it, there was no going back, and for this video I chose tuberose from Nishane. Now listen, this is a full-on gorgeous, really well blended tuberose. It is smooth, it is creamy, it has an edge, but it also has like a green side without anything plasticky, but definitely a bit more provoking, kind of in that carnal tuberose style. This is a very strong perfume. I find it is the best when it comes to tuberose because it is that flower, but it is not just a solid flower. It is so gorgeous, so beautiful, very fresh, which is not necessarily a typical thing when it comes to tuberose because it can be overwhelming, even headaching, but that one is really opulent and pure, that you can also get with my discount at So Avant-Garde. But with that being said, now let's talk about something spicy, and that's not necessarily my favorite category, so I'm picky with spicy perfumes. I have a few favorite notes like Cardamom, for which I chose Vanille Paradox from this brand that is called Le Parfums du Raisin. So sorry, it was just like missing on the name, but it was love at first sniff. For me, this fragrance is really aromatic. There is a note of rosemary, juniper berries, grapefruit, cedar, vanilla, and it is woody, but cardamom in here pops so much to me personally. And if you know this beautiful spice, it's the best. The texture is amazing, it smells delicious but also aromatic, kind of mysterious. I love it. It is the best spice out there. Let me know if you would be interested like in a collective top list of my most favorite spicy fragrances, but cardamom is my favorite note from that category, and that's my favorite fragrance with it. So in case you are into cardamom, that is the one I would recommend you. But in case you are more into sweet notes, let's talk about chocolate, shall we? I have like a top list of chocolate fragrances. There are a lot of them in my collection. For today's video, I chose a very realistic chocolatey perfume. If you crave it, if you can't get enough, if you won't be transported to a chocolate shop, then 4160 Tuesdays got you covered with their Over the Chocolate shop. This fragrance smells as deep and dark as it looks, but also equally as delicious. It has like a powdery side, like a cacao powder to it, beautiful texture, smells like chocolates, but like so good, so delicious. It was actually one of my Christmas gifts to myself a couple of years ago, and I am in love with this perfume. It is so good. It is one of the very best when it comes to chocolate because it smells expensive. Sometimes those fragrances can smell quite cheap. That one is so gorgeous. If you can't get enough of your chocolatey perfumes and you want full power, then I would recommend you that one. But with that being said, now let's talk about the next note, which is actually Vetiver, and it is not one of my favorites, to be honest with you. It was requested on Instagram when I asked you which notes you would like to see from me in today's video, but I have one fragrance in my collection in which I get Vetiver, but in a subtle way that I can tolerate, and that is my holy grail, Gris Chanel from BDK. I mean, like, this stuff is gorgeous, it is potent, it smells expensive, it smells of wealth and rich life. So good, you guys. You can do no wrong with this aromatic perfume in which we have whiffs of green tea, beautiful creaminess but no fruitiness of fig, nice sandalwood that is gentle and sensual, and vetiver that gives a depth and that kind of rooty side without anything overly dirty. So I love this one very much. In case you're into vetiver and you're looking for something universal, this would work anywhere, anytime, and you can get it with my discount at So Avant-Garde. So I just want to let you know that. Now next we have one of my most favorite notes, if not the number one favorite. I want you to pause this video and put it in the comments because I rave about vanilla all the time on my channel, and I have probably over 100 vanilla centered perfumes and they're all awesome, but I needed to choose just one for this video. And I'm wondering if you could guess what it is, because I've been dreaming about this perfume for a long time after I tried it, and once I got Vanille Fatale from Tom Ford, there was like, it's like a game-changing experience. In case you are into like richer and deeper vanilla but you still wanted to have that beautiful sweet side, this stuff is so gorgeous. it's expensive, but Tom Ford does vanilla like no other. Vanilla Sex is beautiful, Tobacco Vanilla is amazing. There's something captivating, something so irresistible about Vanille Fatale that is woody. It has all those gorgeous notes of barn and woods. The vanilla in here, I can't explain how beautiful it is. You need to check it out for yourself. The sillage, the dry down, even a couple of days after you spray it on yourself, it is fantastic, and it is beautiful for winter. It is kind of warm, cozy, round fragrance that is so gorgeous. Oh my god, I just love it and couldn't recommend it enough. But with that being said, now let's talk about something a bit, I would say, more casual. So this is a Sandalwood perfume, and it's my favorite woody note out there. I have a top list dedicated to it, and Sandalwood perfumes can be very different. For this video, I chose #1 best Sandalwood from Paris, Monte Carlo, Santal de Pacific. Now this stuff is so strong. When my boyfriend sprays it, the entire house smells so beautiful. This sillage is so big, but the fragrance is extremely alluring. It's not one of those beast mode perfumes that overwhelms everything. No, it is a very seductive, but in a beautiful, gentleman-like style way fragrance that is smooth, that is very, I don't know, not necessarily simple, but it's not overly complicated that you just needed to save it for a special occasion. You can wear it on everyday basis, and if you're looking for one of the very best Sandalwood perfumes, look no further. Here it is, and it is fantastic. I love it. It is dimensional, it's not a plain Sandalwood perfume, and it has that sexiness to it. So if you want a sexy Sandalwood perfume, that is definitely the one. Now let's talk about another woody note that is definitely on the bolder side, and that is oud. So first I thought about Shagaf Oud from the Arabic brand Swiss Arabian. Now, once I discovered this fragrance, I got immediately interested in more Arabic perfumes. So I've already filmed for you like best and worst collection of fragrances from that genre. In case you missed that video, definitely check it out before you buy next overhyped Arabic perfume. But this one is worth all the attention. It's like 20 euros, and the quality is unbeatable. It's one of those beautiful Middle Eastern, bold, absolutely mind-blowing, head-turning, eyes back in the head-rolling type of oud rose perfumes. But then I realized, like, if you're in the budget, that's my #1 recommendation. I want to cheat and recommend you something else, way more on the pricey side. This is niche, but just as mind-blowingly a little bit more complex, not as familiar. Pandolfo from Quinto Canto. Now they have also another fragrance, Sigimondo, which is gorgeous, and I chose Pandolfo because this smells so grown up. This smells almost dangerous, to the point like you can't escape it. You just want to go there, whatever it costs. Pandolfo is beautiful. It's an aromatic, very bright, special type of oud, and this is a very precious note that has different origins, and depending where it comes from, it smells differently. But Pandolfo, I mean, like, if you can afford it and you can get it with my discounted, so I'm gonna go for it. It is worth every single penny. This perfume performs outstandingly. Like, this is a groundbreaking perfume. Okay, so I wanted to put it on today's video, but it is not way too challenging, so you couldn't wear it. So it's very lovely. But now let's talk about the note that probably not everyone is such a big fan of. However, I love mint, and I like it in perfumes as well. And once I discovered New Wave from the Bois Garbois, this became like actually my go-to easy reach for the summertime, because it smells not necessarily overly minty, but it has that cooling minty effect. There's also iris and sandalwood, even some sparkles of aldehydes, and mint in here is not toothpaste-like, but it has that beautiful minty, like cooling, refreshing, and very delicious quality. Super elegant, a little bit dusty and woody, and the dry down of it, once you get more of woods, it is just like wow. Okay, that was my reaction once I wore it out, and since then I would say it is my most favorite mint perfume in my collection that I could easily recommend anyone, because it is not challenging, nor it's overly minty. It's gorgeous. If you're into that note and you're looking for something in that style, go for 1979 from Le Bon Gourmand. I have like full collection breakdown of their perfumes in case you're interested in other offerings from this house. But now let's talk about the brand that I was so happy to discover. Boko Boko from Poland creates absolutely interesting, unique, special perfumes. I have so many favorites and you can check out the video in which I talk about their entire line, but my most favorite, number one, the one that is my signature scent, is Coffee and White Flowers. And probably as you've guessed, now we are going to be talking about coffee in fragrances, and this is another gorgeous, beautiful gourmand note. It's dark, it can be overdone, but in this perfume it smells like latte. It smells like sweetened but not sweet latte, so it's coffee-like but it's very smooth. Actually, we have even boozy elements in there. We have animalic tones, we have spices, but I get coffee beans, but like in this latte style, and not much of white flowers. Coffee in here is exceptional. I have many coffee-based perfumes and many of them are awesome, but I chose this one because, like, if you are into coffee and you don't want to be disappointed, this is the one I would recommend you to go for. And the last but not least for today's part is perfume that is about patchouli. And patchouli is like one of my top 5 favorite notes. That's where I have lots of fragrances about it, but for today's video I chose the best. And if I need to recommend a beautiful patchouli perfume that would do justice to all the nuances of this beautiful, multi-dimensional, rich, expensive, niche smelling note, I would go with Sketch from Maison Violet. Now this perfume is warm and round, slightly orientalish with spicy nuances, and patchouli in here is chocolatey, just delicious. At the same time, it is very warm and ambery with a hint of dirtiness in there. If you are a fan of Gourmand style of fragrances, this is the one that is definitely worth your attention. I have a discount to share with you on all fragrances from this brand and they are beautiful, but Sketch is definitely a must-have if you're into patchouli. And if you like such warm, rounding perfumes that you can wear on your scarf, you're going out in the winter time. Oh, it's so beautiful. This sillage is mind-blowing. I always get compliments for this fragrance. You will be impressed with it. And that wraps up this part 1 that is dedicated to the best and my favorite notes in fragrances out there. If you liked it, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. If you missed your favorite note, then check out part 2. And if I don't mention it, then comment down below and I will be definitely filming part 3 based on your requests. For more helpful information, check out the description box and follow me on my social media to stay in touch. I would appreciate your thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, recommend this video to a friend, and stay tuned. Smell good. We'll see each other next one really soon. Bye guys.